So today I want to talk about the greatest woman I ever met. Smart, funny, caring, special, proper special. Where do I start? I know I've said this on here before, but Ryan is a complete mess.
Let's take your mind back to 2018 in Series 11, where we were introduced to 3 new companions, Graham, Ryan and Yaz. But there was always something wrong about this collective. Yaz especially is someone I would like to talk about, but I'll wait until her time is concluded. Then again, Doctor Who's companion problem has been on the cards for a while.
But that felt like a humongous video to make, and I've already got multiple projects I haven't finished yet. December?
The best way to describe Ryan is a unauthentic person, and throughout the rest of this video I'm going to be backing up that statement. Let's start with his introduction. I riffed on it at the start, I hope you noticed, because if you didn't, that would look insane.
I want to talk about the greatest woman I ever met.
In this paragraph we learn he's 19, can't ride a bike, and is pretty much not an idiot.
I'm glad we've laid that out page 1, just in case there was any doubt.
This cuts to him trying to ride his bike. He has a flaw, maybe not one he must overcome, but an obstacle that is personal to him. Of course, I'm talking about his dyspraxia. I don't feel like as someone without coordination issues, I can really poke holes in this representation, although based on the characteristics I've read up on, it feels very surface level, and the stories don't use the condition beyond not being able to climb ladders or play basketball. Maybe take a look at how he struggles to learn new skills, and how as a 19-year-old he sees living with the condition, and how it will affect his work and social life. He plays basketball, so there is an opportunity to go into the idea of being outcast because he's not as fast or good as them. It was a joke that Ryan's arc in Series 12 was shooting a hoop. I suppose he achieved his goals or whatever, but why should this condition take dominance over the person within? Ryan's support network comes in the form of Graham, and I think their dynamic works really well. Series 11 never let the team split up for longer than 10 minutes because Jodie had to deliver lines written for an American sitcom.
Are you Ed Sheeran? Is he Ed Sheeran? Everyone talks about Ed Sheeran round about now, don't they?
I am not Ed Sheeran. I am Jack Robertson, and this is my hotel.
Accepting Graham as his family in the absence of Grace is amazing, and it's earned over those 10 episodes. Ryan's dad isn't. Chibnall abruptly takes breaks within Resolution in order to serve as a tease at his new soap opera. The father could be an interesting implication in Ryan and Graham's relationship, but he doesn't serve a purpose within this episode. Let's take a look at the scene between the two and what it does to help the episode or Ryan's character. His father has a past, one where he abandoned him. Now he's turned his life around and has manufactured this, what's it called? Plot device.
It's the best working oven you can get.
As opposed to what, a broken one? Chibnall, what on earth have you written here?
The whole thing is a minefield of ideas that don't have any substance. Ryan has the right to be angry, but I don't have a connection with it. We don't see the void left because Ryan doesn't need a dad in the series. He has Graham. In fact, I don't think the father needs to show up, even with the episode's conclusion. It has no effect on any adventure beyond this. It should be the emotional centre of the episode, but we don't get to have that attachment to him. But if you switch it to Graham and testing their relationship after a fallout, then that is a far better emotional core. Now we have covered Ryan's support network. Oh, hang on, I've forgotten about Yaz, but so did Chibnall. Let's actually take a look at Ryan's characteristics. Born and bred in Sheffield, who works in a warehouse while studying to become a mechanic. He likes video games, and he's great with technology, as well as being a social media expert. The guy only has 37 subscribers, and with that title, that's not going to get views. Should be the greatest woman I ever met. In brackets, emotional. So here lies the problem with Ryan. You give him family, you give him problems, but I can't describe him in the same way I can describe others. Think of it as a little test. So for Amy, headstrong, flirty, thrill seeker. Ryan, pretty much not an idiot.
I'm pretty much not an idiot.
It doesn't have the same ring to it. I believe this was intentional to make these 3 companions appeal to the masses by making them a canvas you can project yourself onto. Yet doing this stops them from being individual in a way that makes them real. Maybe they chose not to lean into his disability and write something meaningful with it in order to create that appeal. It was a silly idea though, because you don't need every aspect of your life to be reflected back to you in order for you to like a character on a screen. All of those people simping over the Umbrella Academy don't have superpowers, but they do have personal stories. One thing that Ryan is really good at is being an audience surrogate, asking questions, getting into danger, the generic things that companions do.
Where are we? Who's that? And why are we not in space now? We're in space, are we? What do you mean, final planet? How can a planet be final? Where's Yaz and the Doctor? Are they here? How? What happened to them?
They all do it in some form, but they have fallen too far. The writing doesn't allow Ryan to show what he can do, well, in a way that actually matters or affects the plot. What's his take on the dying spider, or the partition, or racism, something that's actually personal to him? His opinion is effectively, that's bad. I praised all of the stuff between Ryan and Graham, but all of this is cheapened when you don't know who these people are.
You travelled in the TARDIS for 22 episodes, but I don't know who you are.
This became apparent towards the end. This is a huge adventure, and he chooses to leave so he can be with his mates. He wants to play basketball at an airport. What is this? Because it's definitely not a park. The unspoken meaning I gathered is that he wants to return to life and move on. Yet this is not explicit, so he's leaving because of a fear of missing out. Did the Doctor forget the fact that she has a time machine? Actually, speaking of the Doctor, how does she respond to the news? We will miss you, Ryan. God, you and your beanies.
I thought not everyone can carry off a yellow beanie. There's a lad to rely on.
Is this character writing?
When he left, I felt slightly reflective, but I felt optimistic that Series 13 would offer us a companion who is fully fleshed out and the focus. Then they introduced John Bishop. However, there is something poetic about how the story completes its loop. He's there trying to ride his bike once again, and compared that he never really wanted to be whisked away in the first place, I quite like the idea that he's been through so much, but he's returned to the same place and he's continued to live his life. Ryan Sinclair. Still pretty much not an idiot.
It's sad to admit, but Ryan will always be a footnote in the roster of companions. Sure, he had initial growth, but we never got to see him be an authentic person.